It's your motherfucking boy, Young Weez. We back, baby. We motherfucking back. I've been excited. I've been waiting all week to do this episode. I wanted to do another episode right after I dropped my last episode. That's how excited I've been. I've been calling my man, aka my executive producer, DJ Jizzle, every day trying to get this shit together on how we gonna do this, you know what I mean? I even got some lighting in this motherfucker, you know what I mean? This is different. It's a different lighting. It's only one of them up. I got two of them, but I only put one up because I don't want too much light, you know what I mean? And of course, I told y'all next episode I was gonna be rocking that Saya, you know what I mean? Let's get up close. Y'all see that detail? Y'all see the detail? Y'all see the detail? Look at the zippers. Y'all see the zippers everywhere. These shits is dope. Shit is fly. You know what I'm saying? Shit is super duper fly. Oh, I want to definitely show my love to everybody who's been watching the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm up to like a good 205 views. And I know niggas looking at this like 205 views. Nigga, you excited about that? Yes, nigga. Yes, I'm very excited about it. People are fucking with me. That's 205 people who use their eyeballs to watch me for about 30, 40 minutes, even if it was about 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I think it only take about 5 minutes for it to count as an official view. I'll take that. Yes. Obviously, y'all can see I'm feeling good. I've been amped up. I've been waiting to do this episode all week. So, let's get right into it. Today, what we gonna do is, you know I usually come with the hot topics. I usually come with my, fuck all that. We off that today. Because today, we are addressing us. And when I say us, I mean us. The culture. Things that we believe. We're gonna tie it all into hot topics and all that. But all the shit that we've been brainwashed about, I want to address all that. So first things first. Let's talk about that boy Takashi 6ix9ine. It's fucking Treyway. You know what I mean? Woo! That boy Takashi. Yo, I tell you this, right? If being a federal informant means they gonna put your statement out on the internet every goddamn day, ain't nobody gonna be snitching no more. For real, I feel like they put this young boy in danger. They not even trying to keep him out of danger. I know they can keep that more private than they keeping it, but they don't give a fuck. They try to embarrass this little nigga, but it's all good. Whatever. Let's talk about it, you know what I mean? So when it comes to the Takashi 6ix9ine situation, and of course, where we come from and in our culture and our neighborhoods, you know, if you do crimes with people and you get faced with the time and you can't handle doing that time, you are considered a rat. If you take in any part, if you partake in any part of the streets and you can't handle those consequences, you are considered a rat. Facts. Can't deny that. Can't do none of that. Takashi 6ix9ine, you are a rat. What they do it on the Breakfast with Oakland. You are a donkey. You are a rat. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna use this situation to address some real shit. You know what I mean? See, when I look at the Takashi 6ix9ine situation, I see a couple things. I see a kid sitting up there ratting. You know what I mean? That wasn't about that life. That should have never even been a part of that life. But now he doing what he doing. He telling on everybody, and that's just what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Ain't no turning back now. That's what's happening. But I also see it as a teachable moment because I come from the hood, and I've seen Takashis before. It just wasn't a rap kid. You know what I mean? It wasn't a kid that blew up off rap. I seen kids go to jail because older niggas that got in their head and make them think that shooting niggas is cool and making them think that gang is cool and this, that, and the third. So I wanted to address that. Like, who do we look to in our community? Like, where's the street guys that's trying to keep niggas out the streets? Where's the street guys that's telling young boys like, yo, I did this so you won't have to go through that? You know what I mean? I know we could all look at 6ix9ine and point out the obvious that he's a snitch and this, that, and the third, but let's dig a little deeper. You know what I mean? Takashi met these guys when he was like 21 years old. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When you're 21 years old, you are not a man. Some of us are, a lot of us aren't. Let me just say that. Shotty and the other guys around him, they was about my age. I'm 35, so I'll say they about 35 plus. You know what I mean? I don't see myself hanging out with a 22-year-old kid and me like he's a rapper. He's actually changing his life. You know what I mean? He's big, he's huge, and you know he got himself there by trolling. I don't see myself sitting there still like, yeah. Well, I don't see a little 22-year-old dude telling me, yo, go see this nigga and punch him in his face for me. I'll be like, nigga, for what? Like, and nigga, you ain't sending me on no missions, my nigga. What's up? Like, let's get money. That's it. Let's get money. I'm here to keep you safe. That's not keeping you safe. That's me actually putting you in danger by me going to do some dumb shit to make more eyeballs and more people feel like they got to do something back to you. So I say that to say, like, the older heads that was there in his life, you know what I mean? The people that's being told on and shit like that. Just how, like, ain't nobody got no sympathy for Takashi. I ain't got no sympathy for them niggas. I'm being honest. And I know these is real street niggas. I know they got ties to people. I know it's probably people in Brooklyn that's going to be mad at me for saying this type of shit. But I'm being honest, bro. Like, why niggas ain't say chill? Why niggas ain't say, nah, fuck out of here. I'm getting away from this little nigga because he's bugging before I go to jail. Why niggas ain't say shit like that, yo? Why we look at Takashi 6ix9ine and be like, oh, he's a snitch, he's a bitch, whatever happens to him, I hope he get raped in jail, da 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 da. But we don't got none of that negative shit to say about the other niggas. We make it seem like they're victims. We make it seem like they're victims. This is our culture. I'm going to sit here and let y'all think on that for a minute. All these guys victims? You know what I mean? Because I know they was gang. I know they was about that life, and I know they know what the consequences that come with that life. And I know they also know that there is no guarantee that a nigga ain't gonna tell on you. So, like, how do we feel about that? Am I bugging for saying that? Am I bugging for stating the obvious? Because for me, I know for a fact there is no rules to the streets. There is no real street codes. All that shit is bullshit. All that shit is bullshit. All that shit is bullshit. Let a nigga tell you, nah, bro, I got your back. I'm riding for you. Nah, he's riding for you while it's convenient. Loyalty in the streets is about 10%. So I treat everybody like they not loyal. You know what I mean? Straight like that. Because if you from the streets, you know ain't no fucking such thing as loyalty. You know what I mean? Because in our culture, a nigga could be a rapist. He could be a child molester. I done seen this all. So I'm not just speaking from a place. I'm speaking from a real place. I done been around child molesters. I done been around rapists. I done been around murderers. I've been around drug dealers. You name it. I have never called the cops on anyone. I have never put anyone in jail. I have witnessed plenty of crimes. This shit is crazy, like how we live. Like, but then we scream that we want something better. We scream that the hood is fucked up. We scream that there's no resources, that it's hard to get things done. But us that's living there, we don't even take care of the little things that we could take care of. Like getting the crime up out of our neighborhoods. We could get the crime up out of our neighborhoods. We choose not to. We choose to live amongst it. And the people who decide that they want to do something and take a stand to get the criminals out of our neighborhood, we label them snitches. And we make life hard for them. I see people all the time say that, oh, yo, people with regular 9-to-5s, they could call police, they could snitch. Have you ever saw somebody in the hood that live a regular 9-to-5 try to call police? Niggas hold them to the same standards that they hold street niggas to. But they'll try to make it seem like, oh, nah, if you a citizen, you could call police. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. That's cap. That's cap like a motherfucker. Because our culture is stupid. And it's always a dumb little nigga that want to prove something to somebody, and they'll do some dumb shit just to prove it. I look at that whole Takashi 6ix9ine situation as a, yes, kids, stay out the streets. But most of all, if you an older nigga that done fucked up your life and you in the streets, don't fuck the rest of these kids' life up. If you got an opportunity to influence them to do something good, then do that. Don't back up they bullshit. Because this is how you end up in jail with 15 years. This is how you end up sitting behind a fucking desk while a nigga sitting up there behind another desk pointing a finger at you and you're about to get hit with an asshole full of time. We all got to take some responsibility for Takashi 6ix9ine and his actions. Because just how we condoned the shit, you know what I mean? We was right with it. Like, niggas was right with it. Everybody was with it. Everybody was cool with it. Everybody was reporting on it. Everybody was with it. And now that he's going down, everybody's like, yeah, I told you so. Yo, I fuck with Charlamagne the God hard body. I really do, you know what I mean? But he always take this opportunity to post up old clips. Like, when you're an OG, you don't need those I told you so moments. Like, real shit. Especially when you're talking about somebody's life. I told you so. How does I told you so help in this situation? It don't help. And this is why young boys don't fuck with the old heads. Cause when Takashi met Charlamagne didn't come at him on some, yo, I'm an older cat that really give a fuck about you and I care about you. Look me in my eyes, see it, bro. Like, I give a fuck about you. And I just want to see you be alright because the way you going, I swear, I care about you. I got kids. I think you can die, bro. Like, for real. And I don't got nothing against you. Nah. Niggas was shitting on him. Oh, you ain't shit. Kid with the rainbow hair. He's a faggy. This, that, and the third. Then when he come into the Breakfast Club, oh, you a child molester. Da, da, da. You did everything to make the kid be on his defense. To make the kid not want to sit there and listen to you and fuck with you. Like, I hate OG niggas like that try to bark on you to get the message through. Nigga, I ain't listening to you once you start talking to me like that. Talk to me like you really give a fuck. Like a father would talk to his son if he really gave a fuck about him. And everything is not about aggression. That's another thing that's bad with our culture. Everything has to be dealt with aggressively. Nah. And me, I could tell you firsthand, nigga, that shit is in me from the hood. Like, I'm always aggressive. Even times when I gotta catch myself like, damn, my nigga, you're a little too hyped right now. You need to just calm the fuck down a little bit, pump your brakes, and then handle this situation. You know what I'm saying? So I hope people are getting what I'm saying like that. We really need to address a lot of issues in our own fucking neighborhoods. You know what I mean? We really need to stop some of this criminal shit in our own fucking neighborhoods. And we need to stop making the excuses of, oh, it ain't nothing else for people to do. It's a plenty of shit for people to do, yo. It's plenty of shit for people to do. Niggas just decide not to. Niggas always want to take the easy way out. You know what I mean? Niggas want instant gratification. And that's motherfuckers' problem when it comes to the hood. That's why, just to touch on the Revolt Music Summit a little bit, Tameka Mallory, she said something that I thought was dope. You know what I mean? But that ain't making the headlines. She said, yo, I'm tired of rich people trying to tell us how to take care of poor people. Poor people need to tell us how to take care of poor people, not rich people. Rich people, how the fuck do they know what's best for poor people if they not poor? That was a great point to me. And since we touched on that Revolt Music Summit, we moving on. You know what I mean? T.I., I loved you, my nigga, when you was a rapper. Like, for real. I don't like this new activist ass nigga. Cause you a nigga that remind me of, man, fuck it, man. I got my own platform. And anybody I talk about, yo, I'm not on some, let me be easy real quick. Anybody I say anything about, you are welcome to come on my platform and we are welcome to have a conversation. If you could prove me wrong, then prove me wrong. If you could prove me right, then prove me right. Either way, I do this for conversation. You know what I mean? Now, if I see you niggas and you want to get on some gangster shit, I'm just letting it be known. I would rather have a conversation. But don't think you going to put me in danger and think I'm going to be like shook up or on some other shit. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to survive, nigga. Just that simple. But anyway, besides that, like, I like my song too. But my problem with my song is the same problem I got with T.I. I feel like, yo, if you want to be an activist, boy. Like, don't be both. I feel like these niggas is trying to be street niggas. They want to hold on to that street nigga shit, but then they want to still be activists and all that. So it just makes you look hypocritical, in my opinion, and it makes a nigga like me be like, yo, these niggas is corny. Fuck out of here. So with the Revolt shit, with T.I., everybody's giving this nigga mad props, talking about he told Candace Owens off, he kept his foot on her neck, and he's getting mad props for this shit. I don't see it. I know why people don't like Candace Owens. She's a Trump supporter. You know what I mean? She's a conservative. And let's really talk about shit. Yo, a lot of black people don't know what conservative is. A lot of people don't know what fucking a Democrat is. A lot of people don't even know what a fucking Republican is coming from the neighborhoods I'm coming from. You know what I mean? They don't know politics because they listen to Jay-Z when he said, fuck politics, we politic ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, if you don't know what these labels mean, then don't go by the label. Look up the person. Google them. See what's up with them. Research them. Candace Owens is a young woman, an intelligent, young black woman. You know what I mean? Who believes that immigration is a problem for black people. Why does she believe that immigration is a problem for black people, especially illegal immigration? She believes that if illegal immigrants keep coming in to the United States and then they earn their rights to be citizens and they earn their rights to vote, that it takes away from the black vote. And it also takes away from us being able to get jobs and get into these career-orientated places, because if you have a bunch of, immigrants coming into the country, you can hire them and pay them less, which basically affects us because we are, in the United States structure, the bottom of the barrel. But people don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Because the problem with black people is we want to save ourselves and we want to save everybody along with us, which won't happen. I felt like what Candace Owens was talking about was 100% accurate. She was coming with statistical facts. She wasn't just shooting from the hip. T.I. that just doesn't like the girl. He was sitting right next to her, which is purposely positioned. This is TV shit. You know what I mean? And she's talking, and he asks her, well, when has America ever been great? She goes to answer. The crowd boos after 2 words into the sentence. She starts booing. She goes to defend herself. Why are y'all booing when I only said 2 words? And then T.I. goes, cause you started with some bullshit. The crowd goes, oh, T.I. He told her. Fuck out of here, nigga. You just some straight clickbait shit, like nigga shit. And that's why she ain't want to deal with that shit. Like, that was straight nigga shit. She said that she started with some bullshit. But then, 10 minutes afterwards, the nigga Killer Mike says everything that she was gonna say, and he gets praised. T.I. don't dare interrupt. T.I. didn't interrupt Killer Mike one time during that whole conference. Do we not see a problem with that? I see a problem with it. Man, we need to have more respect for our women, especially our women of color. They deserve it. You know what I mean? They deserve it. If we keeping it 100, niggas been trash for a long time, bro. Straight up. Niggas been trash for a long time. And then what helped even more with niggas being trash, because niggas would have been bounced back. Because I feel like right now, men are bouncing back. Men are realizing the error in their ways, and now they're starting to care more about family. They're starting to care more about marriage. They're starting to care about a lot of shit. You know what I mean? But before, I don't feel like, we didn't care. This is why we was able to get trapped off by child support and welfare and all that type of shit, because, they saw a way to be able to separate black families. Listen, miss, you ain't got to deal with this nigga bullshit. We'll give you money to get him the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? And then listen, black man, we ain't gonna give you shit. You better get your shit together. And that's it. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. So I'm not gonna act like a lot of this shit is not systematic on what's going on. But, we have to respect each other more. I feel like T.I. was supposed to stand tall. T.I. and Killer Mike, they were supposed to stand tall and make sure that young woman was heard, because as far as I know, this is her first time on like a black platform able to speak her piece. And whatever we disagreed on her with, we could have disagreed with her civilly and try to help her see the error in her ways, if there are any. Because I don't know if there are any. You know what I mean? From what I researched about the girl, she's just an intelligent young lady. She's a Trump supporter. She sees things from her view, and that's that. You know what I mean? This is why politics and religion used to be private, but now it's not private anymore because everybody uses it as a way to clout chase and to talk about shit. You know what I'm saying? Which is corny to me. And then it's like the representation of people they put up there for us. Like, even with Killer Mike, and I know people gonna kill me for this, like Killer Mike is a Bernie supporter. Bernie supported the crime bill, which helped break up several black families. Now he's saying he supported that bill because there was other things inside that bill that helped other people, but at the end of the day, my nigga, you still a part of that. That's still a part of your history. And I only bring that up because Killer Mike said that he can't fuck with Kamala Harris because he can't fuck with nobody who was a DA. So you can't fuck with a DA, but you can fuck with the person who helped push further that a DA could lock our asses up. Like, whatever. I'm no politician and I'm no political pundit. I'm not no expert in none of that shit. I felt like what T.I. did was mad corny. I felt like it was super disrespectful. I felt like none of the black women on that stage got the respect they deserved. I felt like the microphone time was not shared evenly. I felt like the person they had as the moderator already had his own agenda and thoughts, so he couldn't even moderate the shit the proper way. It was just sloppy, and once again, it made black people look bad that we all can't be black from all different blacknesses. Because another thing we need to address in our culture, like, this ain't the only black there is. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, like, being from the hood, being able to throw on a hoodie, and this, that, and the third. There are some people who are black who have never, ever, and won't dress like this ever. Does that take away from their blackness? There are some black people who are married to other races. Does that take away from their blackness? Everything I hear people mention about Candace Owens is always some racist shit and this, that, and the third, and da-da-da-da-da. She got a white husband and she need to clip her ends. Like, stupid shit that black people worry about that nobody in the real world worries about. Ever. So, of course, y'all know I got a lot of listener letters, right? So, I'm going to take these listener letters and I'm going to flip them because my boy, my best friend, my nigga, you know what I mean? Shout out to the F4 gang. Shout out to my man Rich. Shout out to Rico. Shout out to Darius. You know what I'm saying? My man Darius, he's the executive producer on this podcast. So, he's like, yo, bro, I need you to talk that shit. I need you to talk to these women, bro. Every time we around these women and you talking to these women, like, boy, that's your lane right there. Like, these women, they gonna love you. And when he say that, I be bugging because I just be feeling like, my nigga, I'm too raw for these women. I say what I want and I don't sugarcoat shit. They might not like that, but, you know, the real gonna fuck with it, the people not. You know what I mean? So we gonna get into these, we gonna get into the loyal listener letters, and then I'm just gonna use that to be able to tie in a lot of things. So, let's see. Let me get right to the questions. So, first question up here is child support. How the system works for women. They want me to address that. Okay, so this is how I honestly feel when it comes to child support. And I could be wrong, but this is my platform. So if I'm wrong, go into the comments and let me know. DM me, let me know. I don't care. But I just feel like this. I feel like child support happened because niggas just became super trash. Niggas really wasn't taking care of their kids, and they had to find it. And the government is always looking for a way to get the black man the fuck up out of here. You know what I mean? So I feel like that the government stepped in and said, oh, listen, these women are not getting their kids taken care of. Okay, we hear you. Let us step in and tell these men how to take care of their kids and how much money they got to give you and things like that. Now, do I think the child support system is fair? Hell no, I don't think it's fair, because I think it's like this, man. We both had a kid. Why do I got to be the only one sending you a check? I think how the child support system should work is this. Set up a bank account for the child. It don't matter how old the child is, you know what I mean? Make it a special card. Make that card take money from the father and the mother every week. You know what I mean? Now, whoever's in possession of the card, it's cool. It don't matter. Make sure that card can only be used for food and things for the child, things that the child needs. So it should, like, if your girl is in Barney's buying a pair of Louis boots, that card shouldn't work. It should ping off like, why is this kid getting Louis boots? Da 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 da. Unless you in that tax bracket, you know what I'm saying? And that shit has something to do with it too. If you in a certain tax bracket, no, bitch, you can't be in Louis. How you buying Louis when your baby father only make $40,000 and you buying it off that child support card? You feel me? That's just my suggestion, you know what I mean? But I think the child support system, yes, it's catered to the women, but I think that it's also needed because I know a lot of trash ass niggas that don't take care of their kids at all and really be walking around. Shit, I knew trash ass niggas that lived in the next building from their baby mama and wasn't taking care of their kids. So I think child support is necessary, but I definitely think that it has also become a hustle. To be honest, if a shorty know you getting a little money and things ain't working out between you and her and shit like that, like she could just say fuck you and get your money. That's why for all you niggas that's writing about child support, nigga, stop fucking these bitches raw. It's that simple, nigga. You know what I mean? And if you gonna nut in somebody, put a ring on their finger first. See, it's a way you go about these things. You know what I mean? It's an etiquette about everything. Etiquette is going to be your favorite word in a minute because that's one of my favorite words. It's an etiquette to relationships. Let's move on to the next question. Child support, that's just the system. That's how it's going to go. And we know the system, so don't get your ass caught up in child support. Why is it hard to find men that's 100? A woman wrote that in. That's because women ain't 100. And y'all really don't be wanting men. Now, let me not say that. I think men can be 100. The one thing... Alright, so when I was still, on my player shit, my number one rule was to tell the truth. You know what I mean? And I felt like that always worked out for me better than lying. Like, at the end of the day, fellas and ladies, if somebody like you, they like you. They don't give a fuck. Like, people act like they give a fuck, but they really don't give a fuck. I've had women turn me down and be like, oh, you got a son? Oh, I can't really fuck with you like that, but we could be friends, though. Yeah, I know what that means, bitch. You gonna still get to know me until you like me, and then we gonna be fucking, and then we gonna be more than that. But then I'm gonna hit you with that, yo, remember, you wanted to be friends. I had a kid. And then women don't like when they play that way. You know what I'm saying? But, like I was saying, I think that you can honestly be truthful with every woman. You know what I mean? I just think that even when you're honest and truthful, women in their own mind, they turn it into an immediate competition. Like, bet. You know what I mean? Like, yo, man, look, we gonna fuck with each other, but I ain't in no relationship. I think in they head to be like, bet. Because women, like I said earlier, they overvalue their pussy. So they be thinking like, yeah, once I get this nigga some pussy, he gonna want to be with me. And they fuck up with that. You know what I mean? And plus, to be honest, I feel like the reason it's hard to find men that's 100 is because you bitches keep falling for the liars. Damn. I gotta stop saying the B word. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get there. But you women keep falling for liars. You know what I mean? So, I think that's what it really is. I think that you have men in your life that be keeping it 100, but you just rather hear the lie. And I know that's the truth. Like, women love being lied to, even though they try to act like they don't. They really do. They enjoy that shit. They love that shit. They love being lied to. Next question, because we got a lot of questions I'm trying to breeze through. It says, why do baby mothers always seem to have the upper hand? Because they the ones that have the fucking child. You know what I mean? You know the saying, the saying is mama's baby, papa's maybe. So regardless of the fact, man, no matter what, a woman has to be the mother. No matter what. They carry the child. They do all that. And I feel like, and me just being a real nigga, they deserve that upper hand, yo. Like, because, I can't speak for all men. I can only speak for myself. Like, when I first had my baby boy, and, when I had my first son, I wasn't in the house. Me and his mother wasn't together, so I wasn't in the house with him every day. But as I was in the house every day, like, I watched my son's mother, like, go through sleepless nights. Like, it was tough. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that is why they have the upper hand, because if we being real, like, men, all we gotta do is go out and get money, and then we come home and it's daddy, everything is love. But all the day-to-day shit, we don't do that every day. You leave a nigga with his kids for 2 days, and that day-to-day shit be kicking their ass after 2 days. Imagine doing that shit for somebody's whole lifetime. Like, I grew up in a single-parent home, so my mom did that shit my whole life for dolo. Like, so I kind of respect that they got the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? I do. I'm sorry. I respect the fact that women get the upper hand when it comes to the children. What makes a woman a hoe? Alright, yo. What makes a woman a hoe is when you do hoe shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, hoe shit is this, right? And I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? Hoe shit is this, like, you gotta have an etiquette about this shit too. Like, if you gonna bone the homies and you know they the homies, then it's a certain etiquette to that. You know what I mean? But in my suggestion, you don't bone the homies. Because even though they all bone, they gonna let it be known behind your back that you a hoe. That's just facts. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's an etiquette. I don't think there's a certain action that makes a girl a hoe. I think that what you do is what you do. And, you know, but it's different because I'm a little more open when it comes to sexuality and things like that. I feel like women need to get their shit off, you know what I mean? Get your shit off, figure it out, you know what I mean? Until you find that nigga that you want to be with. It's just that simple. I feel like some women that get the whole label might not even be hoes. They might just be women that been in a lot of relationships. And every relationship they in, they wind up fucking a nigga and it just don't work out. Does that really make them a hoe? Or does that just make them somebody who's dating and they fucking niggas and it's just not working out? I mean, that's how I see it. How can men do better as a whole? That's a fucking great question. All right, so let's really talk about it. I think men can do better as a whole when it comes to, let's talk about, first of all, our women. You know what I mean? We need to have a lot more respect for our women. We need to be more open and honest with our women. We need to protect our women even more. And we need to honor our women because they raise our children. You know what I mean? We definitely need to get better with how we treat the women that look just like us. It's just that simple. I see a lot of guys out here, good men, but they treat women fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, for real. They still kind of got that misogynistic caveman attitude. You know what I'm saying? And you could still be an alpha male without being a fucking caveman. You know what I mean? Your woman should be your equal. Your woman should be somebody that you look to for advice and somebody that you look to hold you down and shit like that. So I think that the way we treat women all across the board needs to get better. Like, even with myself, the way I let the B word fly, like, that's not being real respectful to women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just let it fly that easy. Like, it just, like I'm just talking about, I use the B words just sometimes to talk about women regular. You know what I mean? We need to get better with all those things. Another thing is we need to get better with, as men, is we need to get better with having conversations with each other without anger. You know what I mean? Learning how to deal with each other without so much aggression. Men deal with each other with a lot of aggression, but I think we need to learn how to sit back, have conversations, because I feel like I have a circle. I have a brotherhood, you know what I mean? With me, my boy Rico, my boy Rich, and my boy Darius. And I feel like a lot of things that has made me better is due to our conversations that we get to have as men. Because you realize that shit, a lot of us are going through the same shit. We just don't even realize it because we keep things internal and we don't have the conversations. You know what I'm saying? What else can we do as men to make ourselves better as a whole? Men need to address the fact that we do have mental issues. You know what I mean? And that it is okay to sit down with somebody and have these conversations, you know what I mean? Men need to also realize that we have emotions. Sometimes we are victims, and that we are people too. You know what I mean? It's like I think even men have bought into what society has said what makes a man, you know what I'm saying? Don't cry, stand tall, blah, 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 blah. I think we bought into that bullshit, you know what I mean? I think it's a lot of toxic masculinity out here, you know what I mean? So I think that what men need to do is we need to really sit down as a whole and remake and rebrand what it is to be a man. You know what I mean? And not just one type of man. Let's have us all from all different parts of life sit down with each other and talk about what you think is a man, what you think is, and let's meet somewhere in the middle. And the main thing is, men, the main thing that will make us better as a whole is stop letting these fucking women tell you how to be a man. Because they have no idea how to be a man. Most of these women ain't even have fathers. And most of these women that did have fathers, their father wasn't even being a fucking man, to be all the way honest, because this shit don't come with no manual. You know what I mean? Nobody don't really know what it takes to be a man or what makes the perfect man or none of that. But as far as the issues I'm talking about, like, everything that I said is what I think will make us better as a whole. But the biggest thing is communication, like amongst each other. We have to communicate amongst each other, and not just the machismo barbershop talk that I get pussy and then. Now we need to have those deep conversations where like, my daughter had sex for the first time, and this is how it made me feel. We need to stop trying to act like everything is supposed to just be like a roll with the punches kind of situation. Does social media make women have insecurities about their body? I don't really know, but I was listening to Star Brent podcast, and I try to be open minded to everything. Now I believe if you're a queen, just the way you are, you could be perfect just like that. To me, confidence, and I'm an energy person, period. That's why. So confidence and the energy you exuberate, that to me is what's attractive. Now, at the same time, ladies, I can't tell you like if you always wanted to have a fat ass and you could buy one to not go buy one. Because if that helps you feel better as a person, because shit, I know how I feel for me when I go buy a pair of new kicks. A nigga feel like new money. So if you buying a new ass or getting a little bit of surgery or anything really helps you as a person, and I'm talking about really helps you get over something that probably bothers you for years, I'm all for it. Yo, I want people to be happy, not hateful though. If it takes you to be hateful for you to be happy, then fuck out of here. But I just want people to generally just be happy, period. You know what I mean? So, do I think social media, it fucks with women head a little? Yeah, a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I feel like women are all secretly in competition with each other and they all hate each other. So, you know, how do you take the social media influence from your kids? To be honest, I don't think you should be trying to take the social media influence away from your kids. I think that social media is definitely a part of these children's life. It's going to be a part of their life. They're growing up with it. It's going to be as part of something. It's going to be just like everything else that's brand new in life. Like, you're going to have to go through the ups and downs, the adjustments, but people get used to it and they start treating it like it ain't shit. You know what I mean? Like, bullying went on in school before, and now it's going on online, and people will get used to that, and it'll just become a regular thing, and it'll just become something else that people die from, and something else that affects people. This is just life. You know what I mean? I guess the only way you can affect your kids' social media influence is by watching who they follow, but even then, I don't think that you should be trying to. I think these kids got to live their life just like us. They got to learn from their mistakes. They got to learn from their ups and downs. And that's the type of parent I am. I try my best. Like, if I could talk to my kids and teach them something beforehand, cool. But I know that the best teacher most of the time is experience. So with social media and stuff like that, I don't take it that serious. And I know kids take it a lot serious. And I know we've done had suicides and things like that. But that means that's just because it's new. And after a while, people will just get used to it, and niggas getting beat up on the internet is just gonna be some regular shit after a while. You know what I mean? It's becoming regular shit now, to be honest. These kids are desensitized. And I just don't see any way you can stop it because every kid has one of these. So, you know, I don't think I got the answers for that. I don't got all the answers, Sway. I don't. Let's see. Can the opposite sex guys and girls be friends? That's a tough one. Alright, so me being the immature me would have been like, hell no. You know what I mean? But me being older and being mature, it's just like this, right? Yo, if you can't trust your bitch, excuse me, y'all. If you can't trust your lady, then it shouldn't be your lady. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. Like, if you gotta be on your lady back about her male friends and things like that, then that's not your lady, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you got any type of vibes to think that your lady would do you dirty or any type of them, if you got any of them type of vibes where you think that your man or your girl would do you dirty, then that's not the type of person you need to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna meet people. You know what I mean? And people are gonna be friends. Now, I've been in a relationship for 5 years now. Have I gained any new female friends? No. Not friends. Have I met other female associates? Yes. Do I keep that shit to a distance and a minimal? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the position that I'm in, you gotta prove yourself to be a friend now. You know what I mean? Because I can't just accept anybody to be a friend at this point in my relationship because it waves red flags. Just like with my lady, I don't want to just be seeing some random niggas out of nowhere. Like, it gotta make sense. You know what I'm saying? It has to make some type of sense. It can't be, oh, I met him in the grocery store and I gave him my phone number. Like, I thought we could be cool. What, bitch? What you talking about? Like, but if it's like a co-worker, somebody that, you know, that she done worked at this job 5 years, she done seen this nigga every day, she invited him and his family over. And that's another thing. Like, it gotta suit what's going on. Like, I have a family. So if my lady is bringing some nigga that's single, talking about this her friend, it's like, how the fuck do y'all even relate? This nigga don't got a family, he's single. How do y'all relate? How y'all friends? What y'all talk about? Like, that shit ain't happening. But if it's relatable, like this nigga has a family, got a wife, not saying that cheating can't go down like that, but I don't think about cheating because, like, I gotta fucking trust you. And I'm a firm believer in the truth always comes to the light. So I just chill. Like, I don't go through phones. I don't do none of that. And that's my thing. Like, you got people that will be looking for reasons to break up. Like, I don't do that shit. That to me is crazy. Like, you're going through your man's phone hoping you don't find something, but you looking to find something. Like, you don't pick up the phone like, yeah, let me look through this shit because I ain't going to find nothing. No, you looking through the phone hoping to find something. So you looking to end your relationship. I don't know why people do shit like that. You know what I mean? If you get with somebody, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. You got to trust. You got 110% trust. You know what I'm saying? Relationships, man. Just be, when it comes to that shit, be as honest as you possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Be honest. It don't make no sense to lie. Like, anybody that say no, they say no. Any pussy I ain't got, I looked at it like, man, that bitch was probably burning. That's how I always look at it. I never take it as, oh, she ain't like me. Nah, that bitch was probably burning. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean? It make me feel good about me, nigga. Like, nah, I ain't get that pussy because she was probably burning. You know what I mean? So, and then with the my thing with the Takashi shit, man, the streets ain't got no rewards, man. Stay out the fucking streets. We done seen these stories 1,000 and 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, thousands of times. It's so many other things you could do to get money out here. Like, you do not have to stress that, like, being in the street shit. You know what I'm saying? Respect our women. You know what I mean? Like, respect our women. We have to up the ante on that. We have to respect these women. We have to listen to what they talking about. These women are not trying to take our spots. They want us to lead. They're a little confused right now because, you know, shit's been fucked up and the system has them thinking that they could do it all by themselves. But it's coming back around. It always does. You know, this is just how the world works. This time, men, let's be on our shit. Let's treat these women like how they deserve to be treated. You know what I mean? And ladies, please, ladies, and I'm going to end it out on this, and we'll go deeper next time. I'll probably got to have more of a relationship topic or like a female guest for us to really deep dive into this. But ladies, please always remember that the same emotions and feelings that you have, your man has those same emotions and feelings too. We're built to make it seem like we don't because, you know, women and society have made it to where you can't be a man and show emotions and show any of these type of things. It's like, it's crazy because women be like, you don't open up to me and you don't tell me enough. And as soon as a nigga do all that, she get on the phone with homegirl and be like, yo, this bitch ass nigga was talking about his feelings today. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? So just always remember that the same exact emotions that y'all have, we have those too. Just because we blanket it and we hide it and we try to make it seem like it's not nothing there doesn't mean that we aren't hurting on the inside and that we don't have a bunch of shit going on with us and, you know, like, constantly. Like, I know I'll close out on this. For example, myself, you know what I mean? Every time I come in my house, everything, I still never feel accomplished enough. I still never feel like I'm doing enough for my family, you know what I mean? Nothing never feels like enough. And it's not because I come from a house where people act unsatisfied or anything. It's just that I'm not satisfied with where my life is and where my kids is and where my mate is at, you know what I mean? So if I'm not satisfied with those things, and those are on my mind every day, and it plays my mind every day. Imagine the other shit that be on these gentlemen' mind from day to day to day to day, their kids and shit like that. Like, we have emotions, we have feelings. Niggas be out here trying to act like we don't, but we do. And most of us don't even have an outlet. We don't have any friends that we could go to. We don't have family we could go to. We just kind of bottle all that shit in on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this was a slow week. I ain't gonna front. It was a slow week with the news. Takashi's all over the place. The Revolt Music Summit. You know what I mean? Hopefully this is a decent episode for y'all to get through. This is your motherfucking boy Young Weez. This is Concrete Convos. We got a lot of shit coming in the works. This is just the second episode. Don't worry, people. I think there's gonna be a busy week coming up. Hopefully. Excuse me. I'm working on having a guest come up soon. We're going to get a female up here. We're going to really do a deeper dive into the relationships. Shout out to the Stop Dragging It podcast. That's my man DJ G and Snow to the Ivory. Shout out to Saya Clothing. Shout out to the VV1s. Shout out to Gersh Park. And shout out, special shout out. I had to save the best for last. Shout out to my man Rich. He has his own business, Flicks by Rich. He is amazing with that camera. You could go on Instagram, check him out, Flicks by Rich. He is an official, like this right here. These are the VV1s. This is my man's. He's not sponsoring me. I just like to promote him because, you know, he's doing his thing. He's a black owner. Black-owned business. He has his own sneaker. He's the same person that makes Saya. Y'all already heard him. He's been on the Breakfast Club. It's not like I'm bigging him up. Gersh, that's what these hats say on them. They say Gersh. I always promote that because I'm from Brooklyn, East New York. And Gersh Park is, you know, it's a big thing for my neighborhood, where I come from. You know what I mean? So this is Concrete Convos. This your boy Young Weez. Make sure you tune in every Thursday. Uno, never dos.